Hello, my name is Gabrielle, and the poem I'm about to read for you is called America Got There First. This is a race to the death. This is a race to all that's left is mangled pieces of my heritage in the last soldier's steps. Till they steal these words from my breath, I will not kneel till the end. When they've stolen this failing organ from its home in my chest, my eyes see no rest. And likewise, these calves and these thighs have seen more streets and less allies in the scope of my eyes. My only hope is when they match me with the perfect and timely demise, I'll have spoken enough truth so that my words cannot die. Populist genocide. And I knew it'd be a bitter feat, but I promised God I'd try to get to the kids before they walked right up to the platinum hearse. It was a race to their palpable souls, and I guess America got there first. Well, really, it's hardly a match. See, my fingernails can barely scratch the surface of the hurting for which these kids be cooking crack. In the hall, alley rats scurry, but are too wise to slip through the trap. The gangsters are in the back. They got their blunts raised, they pray, ready to attack. Inside, sister says a Hail Mary before picking up that gat and letting the man who took so much from her finally get a little bit back. And me, with whatever patience I have left for this newfound supposedly gangster rap, I write verses for kids. So when the hearse comes and I can admit I may have slid, I'll still be rhyming for the reasons I try to make him give up all this shit. I hold out my wrist, my hands ain't never been empty, but my palms ain't sweaty, so you know I can't have ran. Child, the time to take a stand has come. And while you and I sit here smacking flapping gums, the enemy don't even bother to aim when he shoots that shaky gun, no. It is clear that you have eloquent words upon that tongue because the equation's being rewritten. And it is clear that the sum is less than the penance given, but not as hollow as those African drums that we all once sat around. Our borders gone. Our continent of one. Back in the days, everyone from Ahmad to Miss Badu once sang, maybe it would have been easier to show the youth the blood that fills these veins, but now, blood's just getting sprayed. And America's got that thing, got that dope you need to cope, got those rims, that car to sway, and got everything you need. Hair on coke, a speed, enough ways to pacify so those eyes will never see. So those wings don't dare fly free, they tell you, all you are in this garden of life is a defiant but meager weed. That's why I can't afford to be modest, fuck that. I'm gonna be honest, let every brother know I'm proud regardless and tell every sister she's the goddess. Their tactics, far from harmless, have been used to blow holes through our targets for as long as they push that silly slave boat to a land of mesmerizing martyrs. Queens and kings, told they was being sold like bread and water. And while it's easy for us to see the monstrosities of the slave trade, it ain't as easy for us to see the attempts of the fame game. Environmental racism ain't no common household name, so kids don't understand why their suburban neighbors don't speak the same, don't eat the same. Shit, it ain't no coincidence that our kids don't read the same. And all I really want them to know is that we can teach the same. It ain't no mistake that so many of the most beautiful black greats are either 6 feet under or trapped up behind big black gates. When a child finds more in common with MTV than the people as brown as his face, it is clear the way they steer can in no way be called a mistake. Don't you know how easy it is to make us hate when so many honestly believe our history began in these United States? And tell me, what finger will you use to trace the distance from the tree you love to the roots they made you hate? With what mouth will you speak the words that so many are afraid to say? With what tongue will you lick that bitter taste? Attempt not to digest, but instead delineate. Yes, my back is tired, but this spine will never break. Because it was made from the same substance as those ancestral dreams they took away. And so every night I pray that if nothing else, my words will reach some kid's ears. And despite all the childhood fears we have growing up on some block defined by tears, gone are the years that I can remain complacent as another generation marches to their own unfit annihilation. Gone are the days of service to another ignorant persuasion while ignoring the so-called liberation of people like the Haitians. Gone are the moments. And so I spit my peace and hope your heart finds peace. For as long as I live until the end, when I'm down on these kneeling knees, I will never pretend. Because as it once was, it will never be. The color of my skin should inspire beauty, never to be deemed a curse. I tried to tell that to the girl with the big brown eyes, but could tell she had already suffered the worst. And I would have said anything so she'd let go of that pride. So attached to something that wouldn't stir if she died, but America got there first.